What if I told you you could get in amazing shape with little free time? Today we're going to talk about it. We're talking about body game and something I realized the other day, and I changed the way I've been going about my fitness, right? So this girl I was supposed to go out with a long time ago. We finally went on a date yesterday, and she does boxing. She's been doing it for a long time, and she was asking me like, how often I go and stuff like that. And I told her I only been going twice a week because I started getting too skinny, you know. Because going to boxing 4 or 5 times a week, you burn a lot of calories. It's a lot of cardio. So I started losing weight, you know. And then I told her it's like hard to balance the boxing and lifting weights and doing calisthenics as well. And she kind of looked at me like, that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Now, she don't do any lifting. She says she doesn't like doing it. But she go to the boxing gym 6 days a week. And then it really hit me like, I should be going at least 4 times a week to this boxing. And that's what I'm going to start doing. And I realized how much downtime I have throughout the day. Like, we think we don't have free time, but you really do. All you need is 20, 30 seconds, right? You don't need a lot of free time, man. And I remember one of my coaches back in high school, he told me the first time he benched, I think he was 17 years old, he said the first time he benched, he was repping 225. And I was like, man, he gotta be lying. That doesn't even sound right. But he said he was doing at least 200 push-ups every single day. He said he was doing at least 200, 300 push-ups every single day. So that's why the first time he even touched the bench press, he could rep 225. Because he put so many reps in. He already built up that muscle. The solution to, if you don't have a lot of time, do reps between your day, right? When you get up in the morning, hit some push-ups. I got a pull-up bar right outside this door. I got a pull-up bar. I got a dip bar. So when I wake up in the morning, hit some pull-ups, hit some dips. When I get to work, I'll walk laps. And what I'm going to start doing now, I'll walk a couple laps, then I'm going to hit some pull-ups on the lift machine. If they think I'm crazy doing pull-ups and stuff, working out at my work, who cares? I'm living for me. I don't care what they think. So start implementing little reps between your day. Hit some pull-ups, hit some push-ups, hit some air squats. If you don't have time to go to the gym that day, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the boxing gym 4 days a week, and then I'm going to go to the gym twice a week, the like commercial gym. I'll probably lift twice a week. And then every single day, throughout the day, I'm hitting a couple push-ups, hitting a couple pull-ups. I said I was getting skinny because I wasn't exercising enough. But I need to find that good balance. See, you don't have to burn out on these pull-ups throughout the day. I think a lot of people think you got to train till failure and stuff like that. No, you don't have to. Right? A lot of times I'll do half of what I can do. So like, I probably can do about 25 pull-ups straight now. So a lot of times I might do like 12. Most I ever go to 15. But once you start hitting pull-ups, pull-ups, pull-ups throughout the day, you greasing that grove, now you start to build up that strength without putting too much fatigue on your body. Don't think you have to train till failure all the time and you have to go to these extremes and all this other stuff, because I got caught up in that. That's how I started hurting myself, because I was just doing way too much. You watch David Goggins and guys like that, and they all about the hustle motivation and, you know, really killing yourself out there. And I was just like, I got caught up in that, man. I used to watch dudes do 2-hour live sessions. I'm doing 1,000 dips. It's like, you don't need that much volume. You just don't. And it gets to a point of diminishing returns. But hitting a couple pull-ups here in the morning, lunch break, do a couple, after work, do a couple, before bed, do a couple. That stuff will start to compound. A lot of guys, they don't think they're going to make progress just off of that, but you will. Make sure to take progress photos. A lot of guys make progress, but you see yourself every day, so you're not noticing the difference. You need to see a before and after, and then you will start to notice the difference. But anything we do in this life, it compounds, right? My dad used to always tell me, man, I've been drinking for 40 years. I've been drinking for 50 years, and I feel fine. I'm still here. And then, boom, he caught COVID. After that, he's never been the same. He hardly gets any sleep. He's lucky to get 4 or 5 hours of sleep. And that's going to affect you and everything else. And it's because he's been drinking so much alcohol every single day. He got by so long with it. But then, boom, it hits you all at once. So start making time for your fitness. Start making time for your health. Because if you don't make time for your health, it's going to hit you all at once. Right? These people think they're fine vaping, smoking, drinking. They think there's no repercussions for their actions, but it's just compounding. And then once it done compound so much, that's when you notice it. It's just like making an investment. You know, they tell people to invest in the 401k, stuff like that. You put money aside every week, every month. It starts to grow. It don't look like much. But then, boom, 40, 50 years down the road, now you got a couple million. You know, inflation probably ate the hell out of it, but still, it done grew, and then that compounding effect really made that thing grow a lot quicker in the last couple years. So that's how life is, man. You keep putting stuff off. You keep, I'll get to that. Dog, just start doing little things throughout your day. I always tell y'all, you don't have to make drastic changes in your fitness. You could say, okay, I'm going to start hitting 100 push-ups every day. And that will make a huge difference because it's going to compound over time. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit that boxing gym 4 days out the week. I'm going to hit the commercial gym twice a week. And then throughout my days, if I got free time at work, I'm hitting pull-ups. If I got free time at work, I might hit some push-ups. I'm walking laps around the warehouse. I'm not just sitting down talking to everybody, socializing with everybody else. Talking about who won on the last game. Talk about who got drafted. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about me. I'm living for myself. I don't care who got drafted. You got to change your mindset and start analyzing how you live in your life, because I tell y'all, if you don't program your mind, other people are going to program your mind. You know, these scientists, these psychologists, all this advertisement that has been going on, they are trying to make you a consumer. So you have to make sure you make the right actions to give yourself the life you want to. Because people are going to control what you see. People are trying to program you to act a certain way, to be a consumer, to buy stuff you really don't need, to eat foods you really shouldn't be eating, right? You know, all this propaganda stuff, like people think they need to eat breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And then they'll eat cereal with a whole bunch of sugar in it. And then just because it says vitamin C on it, they think they're eating healthy. It's probably worse the fact that it has vitamin C, because they probably had to add more sugar to cover the taste of all the vitamins they added to it. But they think they're eating healthy because that's what they're programmed to believe, right? Just like milk. They push that propaganda that you need to drink milk. Milk makes your bones strong. Now, milk does have some health benefits, but a lot of people are lactose intolerant. A lot of people shouldn't be drinking milk, right? And I never drink milk, and I remember the doctor telling me, oh, you need to drink milk, you need to drink milk. I'm perfectly fine. You know, so realize a lot of people will try to program you to believe stuff to make you benefit them. But ask yourself, what can I do to benefit myself? Stop living for other people. Yeah, but I was talking to a dude the other day, you know, he was asking me about the handstands. And, you know, I told him, like, just do a couple reps throughout the day. Don't burn out, just do a couple. Just touch on it. Just touch on it a couple times throughout the day. And that's when you're going to start to really notice the difference. Right now, you still got to warm up and stretch and stuff like that. And that's why I hated training the handstand, because, like, you really need to make sure to warm up your wrist and stuff like that. But you just got to touch on it throughout the day many times, and your body will start to adapt to it. And it's the same thing with everything. Like, your body will start to adapt to them push-ups, to them pull-ups, to them dips. And that strength will start to build. You don't have to kill yourself. You don't have to train till failure. You don't have to do that. If you hitting reps throughout the day, you're going to start getting strength from it. And you're going to start building muscle. So if there's no excuse that I don't have time to work out, I don't have time to train, because you have a couple minutes in the morning, you have a couple minutes when you get home from work, you have a couple minutes before bed. And you have to start programming your mind that it's not even a thought to do it. Every time I come up those stairs, it's time to hit some pull-ups. Every time I come in my room, it's time to hit some push-ups. Program your mind like that. And it doesn't have to be a crazy number. Maybe some of y'all can only do 20 push-ups. Okay, start off by doing 10 push-ups every day. Every time you come home, you do 10 push-ups. Start off with something small like that. And your strength will compound. It's the little things in life. See, a lot of times people think it's all about the big thing. It's about the little things a lot of times that are compounding. But we don't notice it until it's too late. So put your health first. Stop putting your health off, because your health will catch up to you. You know, a lot of people neglect their health trying to make a whole bunch of money. They neglect their health trying to just party and have fun. And like I told y'all, like, I used to neglect stretching, and then it came back to bite me. So now I make sure to stretch to warm up if I'm having like a long session. So just realize that the more you put something off, the harder it's going to be to grow past that, especially with age, man. The older you get, the more people get stuck in their ways. It's harder to change. And it's 2 points where it's really drastic changes. Like, okay, you probably not going to change. You know, they say once you hit about 25, it's a lot harder to change. A lot of people, once they hit 25, okay, now they need something more traumatic to happen. And also the age of 40. Once someone past 40, they're kind of stuck in their ways a lot of times. And I'm not saying you can't change, but it's a lot harder to change. So if you one of the young dudes, stop putting it off like, oh, I'll get to it later, I'll get to it later. Because that's how a lot of people live their life. I'll get to it later. But the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be to change your ways. So start now and stop putting it off. But that's all I got for y'all today. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Like that video, and I'll catch y'all boys in the next one.